After leaving Juneau, we enter Glacier Bay the next morning. Our breakfast is accompanied by wonderful weather and spectacular views. As it's been throughout our trip, wildlife is everywhere. Here we see a mother bear and her two cubs on the shore, along with more whales and eagles. As we travel further up the bay, the mountains grow larger, and we see our first signs of glaciers, along with the many waterfalls from their runoff.
And the weather's so great.
Oh,
It's
not even cold.
Yeah. I was thinking, oh God, we were only looking at the glacier for about like an hour, hour and a half, and I was freezing my ass off. They're going to be looking at them for, from about 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock. There's 5 hours. I was like, I'm going to be out there all that time. I could freeze your butt off. And this is just beautiful.
Looking at those rocks, the coloration, and then through sunglasses it intensifies it even more. And,
Like polarizes the light.
yes, it is absolutely beautiful.
Our ship takes us to the headwaters of the bay and the Grand Pacific Glacier. Here you can see it flowing around both sides of this mountain. Most of our time is spent at the Marjorie Glacier, a tidewater glacier, known for its calving. The deep blue ice is the oldest and most condensed, having less air in it than the white.
Oh, yeah.
Being the first sunny days in weeks, we were treated to a large number of calvings. They said you were lucky to see one or two, but it seemed like there was one every few minutes.
Oh, man. Get it? Wow, that is so cool.
There comes the wake of it.
After leaving Marjorie Glacier, we head toward Johns Hopkins Glacier, with its towering mountains in the background. Taking a cue from Mom, here's a view through her sunglasses. As we leave the bay, the fog comes rolling in, leaving us some time to prepare for a casual dinner. The next morning we arrive at one of my favorite places, Sitka. It's a small town with a lot of Russian heritage. As you enter its picturesque bay, you pass by the large number of forested islands. There's no large dock here, so the cruise ships have to use their own small boats to tender you ashore. The first part of the day we spend on a sea otter tour. Our boat picked us up straight off the ship, and we were off to look at the marine life. It seemed like wherever you go, there are the whales. This time we even got a glimpse of one breaching. But our main destination are the sea otters. After leaving the otters, we head towards some of the smaller islands and the wildlife sanctuaries there. Along the way we see many seabirds, including murres and puffins. People aren't allowed on these islands because they're nesting grounds for the puffins. They make their nests by actually burrowing under the ground, making it easy for people to accidentally step on a nest and injure the eggs of the young birds.
Look at all the birds on the rocks.
We finish up our tour with a visit to the Raptor Center. This is a facility that specializes in the rehabilitation of injured birds of prey.
He does sleep. They're a diurnal species, so they're active during the day. They don't see very well at night, better than we do, but they do sleep at nighttime.
You have a hard time releasing them into the wild after they're rehabilitated?
It's pretty easy because we just kind of give a little toss when we release after we take the hood off, and they're gone. They fly around a little bit, they get their bearings, and we're pretty close to the shoreline, so it's a good place for them.
Just down from the Raptor Center was a beautiful stream, just filled with spawning salmon. We ended our day in Sitka by spending some time in town, doing some shopping and seeing the sights. We've really been enjoying the food on the trip, and tonight is our second formal night. Here is a peek of the menu. After dinner we caught up with Orlando, the chef who does all the food artistry. He was preparing for a chocolate extravaganza later that night. So tomorrow is Ketchikan, our last Alaskan port of call.